It's your boy Ragnarok. We're doing a little bit of different content today. We're going to do some VIP exclusive showcase. What does that exactly mean? We're going to have VIP 17s that are about to be VIP 18s. We're going to have some VIP 18s that are already just super strong as well. So today we're going to have an exclusive for you guys. I hope you guys enjoy this. Please subscribe. Please go ahead and smack some likes, backhand some likes. Go ahead and spank a like. I want it all. You already know. And if you guys like this content, please give me feedback and we'll go from there. See you guys in. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Ragnarok coming from server 200. And today we got a VIP exclusive, not just with one VIP 18, but not two, but three. We have three VIP 18s coming from server 96. Yes, guys, I got three VIP 18s on the same server. Is this even legal? So I just want to introduce the guys, the myths, the legends coming from server 96 right now. Stickman, Abria, PT, welcome, and thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Happy to be here. Thank you.
Yeah, let's hop into it. These are the questions that people want to know about folks like you. I'm going to start at the very, very beginning. How long have you guys been playing this game? And also, what got you guys into this game? I'm going to start with my man Stickman, because you know what? I see your base. You're right in the middle. How did you start playing this game? Where'd this come from?
Well, it's funny. I actually started, I was on Instagram, saw that little thing where the guy's running through all the stuff, and I thought the game was more based around that. And then I got into it, and I said, oh, this is completely different. And then I just started to like it and got connected with an alliance and just started chatting with the guys. And that's how I just kind of got going.
I think it's like an answer a lot of us generically say. I was the same way. You think you're going to be playing that game that's you're killing some of the zombies and it levels up, and it's definitely not. And they had to create a game in the game for that because it wasn't the game. So it's kind of funny. Is that similar for UPT or Abria, or is it totally different?
Yeah, it was very similar. I was seeing ads just as I was randomly surfing the web, and generally I ignore ads. I just don't care. But something about that little guy running through the waves of zombies looked interesting, and I decided to give it a try. And I was free to play for months as I was just trying to figure out what the hell this game was. And the irony of it all is now that the little guy running through those zombies is one of my least favorite parts of the game. I know. Even though it's what got me interested, I don't actually enjoy it that much.
Are you guys all originally? I mean, it's crazy. I mean, you can count probably on one hand that there's three VIP 18s all on the same server. And I know you guys don't know this, but I'm currently looking at Stickman's his screen right now. Stickman, if you could do the due diligence of showing the viewers just your total hero power for everybody, so we can show everyone we have the three VIP 18s, if you don't mind. I think that would be really cool if you don't mind.
You want to see the rankings page? Is that what you want to see?
Yeah, let's go to total hero power if you don't mind. Yeah, just go right there. So, so we got 498, 482, 58. So it's funny. Thank you, Stickman. It's funny. A lot of times you will see maybe now a lot of folks becoming VIP 18, which is super cool. But you guys are all well into the fours, which tells me you guys have had that VIP 18 status for a while now. That's nuts. Are you guys organically from 96, or did two of you guys start on 96 and one came over? How did that happen?
Yeah, so Abria and I started on 96. Stick joined later.
Oh, so Stickman's the outsider.
Yeah, I came from 76.
Okay.
It was a horrible server, so I went ahead and left there, and I'm glad that these guys took me in, and hopefully they're glad that I came over.
Hey, I think the jury's still out, right, PT?
No, very glad.
I'm over here trying to start crap with you guys. Super cool. Did you come over in the very first transfer, Stickman?
No, I think it was the second transfer, right, guys?
Yeah, I think it was the second.
Wow, that's crazy to me. Oh, so he was the first transfer, yeah. So I was about to say to you guys, that would be crazy that you guys had a gold seat available after the first transfer, because I remember the very first transfer. Remember, everyone got gold seats, and then the developers actually changed it a little bit to where, hey, we're kind of transfer scoring this a little bit, and not everyone can get gold seats. I was thinking that's probably what happened, that you guys were able to pick them up in the very first transfer.
Okay,
that's crazy.
Before the lower servers did a transfer, and the server 19 basically de-geared everything, and they played with the algorithm of the developers, and they built like a super server in the lower one. So then there became a little more rules for us from basically 69 to to 100 at that time that we were all involved.
Yeah, I know I totally agree. I think the developers, sadly with those first 32 servers, they're kind of like, I call them the test dummies, sadly. They're kind of testing people out and testing things out to see what works and doesn't work. And then we get the benefit. I mean, when I say we, you're in 96, I'm in 200. I get the benefit even more so, right? Because they go through servers like yours first too to see if it continues to work and see if things work or not work. So it's super interesting. Interesting enough. So I want to go through this a little bit. So PT, you brought this up. You were free to play for a while?
Yeah, for months. I think I started in January, and I mean, literally, I did not even spend $1 until probably April, and obviously have spent quite a few since then.
Sure. Like, so what was the main? I mean, this is crazy to me. So what switched? What made you go? You know what? I'm starting dumping money in this game. Let's go. Like, I'm gonna go be VIP 18. Like, what happened?
So there was a player. His name was Uncle Shoes, who was infamous in our server. Mm-hmm. He had spent a lot of money and was way ahead of everybody, and was just a total ass. Would just, any slight offense, any day he woke up mad, he would just burn all the alliances on the server, and it just pissed me off. And I'm like, I don't like bullies, so I'm gonna spend money so that I can stop bullies. And as it turns out, others beat me to it before I got to the point that I was able to take him on. But that was sort of my motivation. Was I hate bullies, and I wanted to be able to stop them.
I love that. That's an amazing story because a lot of people get bullied on this game. I've seen people quit over being bullied on this game verbally, and so it's tough. RIP to Shoes, man. But I mean, it also, I think 96 probably owes you guys 96 owes Shoes like a standing applause, because out of the ashes, you guys rose up and also were able to recruit, obviously, Stickman, and look at you guys now. So it's awesome thing there. So obviously we know about my man Shoes, motivating PT to, from the bully standpoint. Like, is yours a similar answer? Because you were also, server 96. You obviously knew about Shoes. Like, kind of tell us your story on becoming so strong.
Yeah, mine necessarily wasn't with Shoes. I never personally had a problem with him in the server. It was actually when we had one of the second Capital War with server 91. They absolutely nuked the entire server. I mean, every player in the top 40 was on fire and lit up, and we got absolutely pummeled. And that was kind of the motivation to play a little more serious at that time.
Totally. I totally get that. I mean, it's funny. It can take one or two players. It can also take a server to kind of motivate you to get stronger. How about you, Stickman? I mean, you obviously were doing your own. You're doing your own thing. Did things just happen organically, and you were already doing the pay to play method? And like, what made you get so strong?
Yeah, I was basically 76 when I was in there. They're doing exactly the same thing. They're just taking out all the alliances. I'd wake up at 1 a.m, my base is being attacked, and so then another guy, Purple Ace, and we kind of just grew together, and we just kind of went after them because we hate the bullies as well. And glad that we grew to a point and that we are now together in here in server 96.
I gotta ask, so 3 VIP 18s, how often do you guys lose in Warzone duel, or is that a thing?
Oh yeah,
absolutely. We lost the last one.
No way. Yep. Okay, so it can happen. You can and so you guys have been toppled by someone else. Was it a lot of other VIP 18s, or was it server activity? What beat you guys?
I would say we've lost 2 as far as I remember, Patar. We lost 1 to 81, and then we lost to 123. I would say it is the comfort level of the 3 bases that you're seeing on Rag's screen, of basically we could kind of bully our way and do whatever we want. And when we started getting to the 101 plus servers, I would say the strategic area of the game is probably a lot better, and we've learned a lot from that. And we used to just line up like old Confederate armies or revolutionary armies and just battle it out and just outwill people. And there's been a lot of, I would say, general growth in the server in the last 4 weeks of strategy. I think we've done a better job figuring that out as an overall server, where we kind of never had to, because we could just kind of line up and just beat everybody in that regard.
No, so that's
I agree. Our server got used to winning through sheer force of will, and that had a number of effects. One of them, as you point out, was sort of poor development of strategy, but also, I'd say, less, what's the right word? less resourcefulness of the breadth players to get in there and really muck it up and get dirty and get ported and port back. And it just, our overall fighting atrophied a bit because we had a small number of players who could just crush people. And as they started evolving the game to reduce the effectiveness of super high power players with the, what is it, the desert,
Protectors, yep. Sorry.
the protectors, and especially when they had that, the death explosion thing that would wipe out troops no matter how powerful you were.
Sure.
Those seriously undermine super powerful players and made Brett king. Like the more players you could put on the field and the more aggressive your breadth of players were, the stronger you were.
Interesting. So basically, it sounds like your strategy is definitely, just changed, over the time of the game. Do you guys? I mean, if you had to kind of talk about your styles of play, are they all different or are they all similar? Do you think, who's the strategy guy? Are all three of you guys really strategy, or are all of you guys kind of just coming in there trying to bully people?
I play around more with the squad stuff, Ragnarok, for the server and the team. I like to tinker with the squad makeups, and I'm more going out and making friends with a lot of servers. We'll put it that way.
You're doing the diplomacy.
Yeah. Through ashing bases, right? Diplomatic way to go forward. I would say Patar spends a lot more time internally with the server work and probably with the alliances, with the transfer stuff. He does a lot more of the, I would say, admin work, and for a lack of better terms, of the things that aren't fun but actually help the server grow and get better. So I mean, Patar does a lot more of that than I do. I've never done it. I've been the one that, hey, this is how I think we have to breach this base. This is how we have to set it up. This is the order of the rally that has to get in to hit it, et cetera. That I've spent little time. I mean, just recently until I went to MBD, I wasn't even an R4. I just, hey, sign me up, tell me the job, and go execute on it.
You're the Iron Fist, man. Just send me in, coach. I'll go smack people. Stickman, are you the same way?
I'm the same way on that. Yeah, I look at Abria just like he said. He knows those heroes and how to set them up and tell us how to work on that. PT, man, he's just strategical and hey, this is where we're going to go. This is what we're going to do, and the work that he does behind the scenes is just absolutely amazing. I was kind of the same way. I didn't want to be an R4 forever, especially when I first joined SAS or I think it was WHC before that. I kind of wanted to kind of sit back for a bit and then see what they were all doing. But now, I mean, our team in SAS has grown pretty damn good. I got some really great guys in the R4s, and I think hopefully they're all communicating with UPT and NBD and all that. And we're pretty good as a server, I think, right now that we're communicating all together.
That's interesting because obviously all three of you guys are in different alliances. So it makes me think, what happens when you guys get into a season and top three only get the best rewards, and obviously first place gets the best rewards? Like, how do you guys work that out from a diplomacy standpoint, even on your own server? And I guess I'll start out maybe asking this to PT. You're OG 96. How does that work out, like from a diplomacy, even on your own server, saying, hey guys, we're going to hit these guys. This is what we're going to do. And like, how does that kind of work out?
Every season's been different. So this is a config we haven't had before. I think 2 seasons ago, Abria and I were on the same alliance, and Stick was in another, and our server took 1, 2, and 3 in the season. And last season, actually, I'll take that back. The first season, Abria switched to another alliance mid-season, and that's how we ended up 1, 2, 3, I think. And then last season, Abria and I were on the same alliance. Dick was in another, and we got crushed. It was ugly. But that was because one of our 4 servers in our group turned traitor and attacked us, joined our opponents in every battle. Oof. And it was like 3 alliances on 1 every freaking battle, and it was awful.
So go ahead, Abria. Yeah.
So season 4, given how they did the tiers, they could rig the points where once they got into the top tier, we could only fight teams in the second tier. So we couldn't go attack them because we could beat them at will at attacking. The problem was the defense. It was 3-on-1s plus they would have a rigged outcome where then they would come and back hit us. So it ended up being a season 4, as Patar said, was an absolute disaster. And that's, I think, part of the reason why we wanted to split the 3 of us up, because it's going to be very challenging for a grouping in that old format to have 3, let's say, anchors that can be able to similarly control a battle. So that was the thought. Who knows what happens in season 5.
Were you guys always on different? Yeah, were you guys always in different alliances?
No. So Patar and I so in season 1, which was the city attack one, Patar was in 720 Patar, if I remember right.
That's right.
Yeah, and then I was in. We've renamed it a couple times, but I was in the alliance that Patar was in, and then through a lot of coercing and begging, we got Patar into the alliance that he's in now, with me at that time, and that was starting at season 2. That was a brutal season as well. So season 1 we dominated as a server, annexed pretty much every server known to exist at that point in time in the matchups, and then season 2 we got our asses beat. That's how we ended up meeting Stick and Purple Ace with one of the, I would say, best season moves yet, where they declared in the final round to make one of the 80 servers that were not necessarily the most friendly with go from first place to 8th place, which was awesome, because that at least made me smile. So Stick and Purple Ace, that's a shout out for some awesome strategic move in the last 20 seconds, and then that made us friends at that point for my view of the world. And then season 3 we did good, and then season 4 I think I would say season 4 we learned the strategic piece more importantly. And I would say the 101 to 131 servers that we were matched with, they used to have a massive whale. I don't know if you guys remember Larry, but Little Larry was like.
Is that Larry Houdin?
Yeah, that is now, but the guy who had the account before. So they had to deal with a top 5 mega whale for season 1, season 2. So, I would say that the 101 to 131 servers got much better at figuring out how to manage that, which we never really saw that concern in the 69 through 100 servers early on. So we got I would say as a server, a pretty good dose of, okay, this game's played a little differently at that point in time. So
totally.
That's why I would say recap of the first 4 seasons.
I like it. It's a high level recap. And you guys also gave me a little bit, I guess, a little bit of a window into some of what has happened on 96 in terms of people, more or less screwing you over, and some of the rivalries, which I'm definitely going to get into with you guys and ask some stuff about that, because it's crazy to me that you guys have lost an actual Warzone duel, but not just 1, but 2. So we'll get a little bit into that. But before we get there, I obviously got these 3 bases in front. I want to ask, I'm going to start from left to right with Abria, and then we'll go to Stickman, and we'll finish with PT, because PT doesn't have his base yet. But I want to know, what's going on with your base? What's the idea of your base? It's obviously got, I think it's an eagle. I think it's a bald head eagle doing its thing. Why that? And just give us that information. And obviously, when you're done, we'll go to Stickman, and then maybe if we're lucky, PT will give us a little insight on what his base will be looking like.
Yeah. So yeah, bald eagle, trying to be an American themed base, which was very challenging. So it initially started with the idea of the White House with the eagle on it. Then the dev said, if the base burns, the White House can't burn. Then it started with having the eagle shoot. Then it started with the eagle with wanting to shoot fireworks up with an American flag. Then the American flag can't burn. So we settled on, I would say, an American themed eagle. And then the Kimmy thing just kind of came out of left field. I was hoping she would be in a little more scandalous attire, or just for comic relief, but. I basically let them I settled on the eagle, and I let them have their own creativity development on the rest of the base then, kind of with that regard, because it got, I would say, very long. It was about 8 months. I got it December of 23.
Oh, wow.
And then I didn't get the base until mid-July at that time. So it was 7.5 months. And when they released the base, everybody got the buff of the base. So it's kind of bittersweet, to be honest with you, the base. I mean, I like the eagle piece of it. The other piece of it, it's more for to get it A to B, so I stopped going back and forth with them on Discord and WhatsApp.
They wore you out, man. They wore you out.
They did.
And you were just like, dude, just give me my base.
Yeah. Well, I wanted the buff. That's really what I wanted. The buff was the big thing to me. So waiting 7 months for the buff to get the skin buff, and then obviously they had the damage buff, but then everybody got the buff. So when my base got released, I waited 7 months for the buff, and then every VIP 18 got it.
Oh, so you were a little upset.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a throwing salt in the wound, but hey, it's just something to complain about,
Yeah, I mean, hey, that's what we do as people, right? We love to complain about something, right? I get it. Stickman, how about you, man? What's the story behind between your Stickman over here burning, and then all of a sudden getting fire out of his eyes? What's it? I mean, is there something behind the name? What's going on?
Well, the name is just basically, when I was about $145 in weight, for most of my life. So I basically, my nickname was Stickman. So that's really what that was from. But the base was supposed to be a simple base. That's kind of how I grew up as well. I worked very hard to be where I'm at today. And then really what I was trying to create was, okay, you just never know who you deal with, right? You got a guy here at simple base. And then we had all these, in 76 would be attacked constantly. And then I just kind of rose up, and now, go after them from what they've done to me. It's kind of very funny as I've grown. You had all these guys that would attack me all the time, and then now they're like my buddy, sending me messages and, hey, can you help me do this and do that? And it's like, I don't think so. You just never know who you deal with, right? So always be kind to everybody, and that's just basically where that goes.
No, it's a true. It seems like it's a true rags to riches story, right? You said you grew up in simple means, and then I like how you're now on top of the hill, and you're not the little dude anymore. You're the big man. And you can blow up anything you want, and that's what it is. The Stickman's on top of the hill now. So there's a lot of symbolism here. So I love that. Ptar or PT, are you going to give us a little bit of insight on what's coming for your base?
I'll give you a little bit. It's less exciting than you might hope.
Okay.
So in real life, I run a farm is one of the things that I do. I have not like a hobby farm, like a real farm.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mean to be diminutive there, but I just mean a large farm.
Sure.
And one of the things I raise is cattle, and I decided to go with a bull theme. So my base is a charging bull, and I spent a bunch of time with the devs working on concepts, etc. And I have to admit, I just got tired. I just got tired of going back and forth, reviewing designs, and thinking about it, and I kind of just lost interest. So they've been waiting on me now for a few months to give them feedback, and I'm having a hard time. I got real busy, and I'm just having a hard time caring that much to put in the effort to finish giving them all the feedback.
You're getting worn out, man, just like Abria. You're over it.
Yeah.
I told them, man, just hand it over to me. I'll make it.
I love that. I love that.
Big brass balls sitting
a
there,
little
right?
Stickman in the corner, and then a little eagle flying over top of him.
Oh man, that's good. That's good. Yeah, Stickman sounds like he wants to make a collab of the two to make one. I like it. And then obviously a bull doing its thing. So cool, man. No one would ever know you're a farmer unless people would ask that. So I think that's super cool. Gonna change gears a little bit. I mean, just kind of go into what some stuff you guys brought up in terms of background in '96. Also, I would love to know like some rivals that you guys have had. Is there servers out there that, and I say rivals, I'm not saying enemies, some rivals, maybe they're super respectful, but they sometimes kick your butt. Maybe you kick their butt. Are there some folks out there server wise that are really good? Maybe strategy wise, maybe they also have some really strong folks that you guys compete with.
I would say probably now currently it would be the 120 servers. I would say it's probably 123, 127 in the current grouping that we have.
123, 127.
I would say they both have 2 VIP 18s each. They're I mean, that's the other thing that's a little different with the OG servers. I mean, there's a lot of players at 14 million to individual hero power running around that can. It's not that we're as dominant as people think. 2 hits and the base is cleared, right? So or the squad's cleared. That, and then I would say back in the early, basically season 1, season 2, 86 was the best server up until the end of season 2. They were the most dominant server in our grouping, top to bottom. And then I would say 81 was good. We only faced them once. They beat us. That's still a really good server. But those to me were, I would say 86 and season 1 to 2. And then I would say most recently it's dealing with the 123 and 127 server so far.
That's ours.
And then I think 71, really strong.
Yeah.
You've got Hulk and Butterfly team there. 3 very, very strong players. Who's the other one? 82. 82 is a really good server. You've got Prairie Sky and
Goose.
Goose, yes. Goose, good players. 82 are like, great friend. Like we get along really well with 82. I think we get along well with 71. I think we get along reasonably well with 123. I think 105 is also pretty good. 105 was one of the servers that gave us a hard time last season. 104, 105 pair. Those two work together a lot. Together, they're pretty strong. They don't have VIP 18s, but they've just got amazing breadth and participation. And then, Abria talked about 86. Like 86 was our nemesis. They were our rival. I mean, in kind of not a like personal hate kind of way, but in a gameplay kind of way, they were our arch enemy that we were always struggling against for the first couple of seasons. And then they didn't grow quite as fast as we did, so it's less so. And I think then, that's probably the main ones. Stick, you want to add any?
Yeah, well, I mean, I just go off of players, right? I will say when I play, I try to be respectful. I do, as you can see, my notation on my VIP 18 page is I basically say shields are meant to be purchased, right? And I think I try to let everybody know if I'm in there, we're there for points. It's war, man. So shield up if you don't want to get attacked. Don't be pissed off if your headquarters 35, and I'm sorry if you're only 230 million, in power, but there's points there. And I got a little thing with Abria over here on how many damn kills I can get, but he won't let me catch up to him. So, but I will say I think kind of a thing we love is, and I kind of have respect to this as well, but Gogo, I think I brought him up before, is he'll pop right in the middle of three of us, man, and he'll take those hits. And his team comes over and helps him, backs him up, and I respect that. He's sitting there going, "Hey, I'm here. Let's go at it. It's war. It's fun. Let's do it." And I love those. I love the ones where you pop into the middle of an alliance and they just rally you, and it's just a respectful battle. Mm-hmm. And I think if we play that way, especially in the VIP level, 18 level, I think a lot of us, if you really think about it, if I'm going after Pug King or whatever, and I'm just sitting there attacking, I'm not really taking much of his troops out. We're both going to sit there and just keep, making more troops or doing speed ups and all of that. It's not worth it. It's fun for a bit, but hey, I'd rather go over here and knock out, 40 guys.
Sure.
But, but it's a respectful battle, I believe.
No, I love that. You guys gave me a lot of insight because it sounds like there's a lot of rivals. Maybe some folks that you didn't necessarily agree with or disagree with. But big thing is rivals, right? And it sounds like you guys have a tremendous respect for a lot of these servers that you guys are competing with. Has there become any enemies out there that you're just like, no, man, like these folks, and maybe I'll ask Abria this, like, I don't know, maybe they're verbal lashing. I mean, you guys are all 3 VIP 18s. How often does that happen?
There's a ledger, Rag, of servers that go to get
Oh no, I didn't know. No, That's the thing. I'm 100 servers away from you guys, so I don't know the drama that's going in there. I can imagine there's drama everywhere, right, to some extent. Yeah. But no, it's so there's a ledger. Okay, I don't know. You guys seem all nice to me, so I'm just like, oh, it's pretty nice guys,
He just sends me the thing, so hey, follow me.
Oh no.
Well, and it has a lot to do with season events. Yeah. Season events.
Okay. No, I mean,
I'll tell you mine because obviously where I came from, but 76 is always mine. I mean, when they come up, it's like, 76, we're burning the whole damn place down. And my alliance is the same way. Obviously I have about 15 guys from there or more from that. And then I believe 99 is the other one that a lot of my guys are from, where they just want to go over there and just, slaughter them when they come up. So those are the two ones on our side.
PT, is there anyone that comes up to mind that you're just like, oh man, we got to fight these folks. These guys are the worst. Not because they're like strong, because you just know they're going to be in your DMs telling you crazy stuff. Is there anyone out there like that? Is that a thing for you as a VIP 18? Because I think I don't know, because I'm not a VIP 18, but I think there's a lot of folks that probably just like constantly are sending you wild stuff. Is that a thing for you?
Yeah, it happens. I think all the VIP 18s probably get messaged a lot. As I was saying, like, the rivalries have changed over time. In the early days, it was 99. 99 was the server to hate. There were some people over there who just played very different than us, and we didn't like them, and we loved to torch them. And then it became 86, and I think more recently is 76. And I think not just because Stickman came from there, but we've just had some unpleasant experiences with 76. So they are a server that we like to take out work out our aggression on. But no, I don't get too much into burning other servers. That's not my thing. I'm more of a give me a contest, give me some kind of compete. And Abria knows this. Like, give me Meteor War, and I will just rip the place apart to win Meteor War. But if I don't have like a goal, some task to win, I'm sort of less excited about going around burning bases. It's just not my thing.
He doesn't like to use his stamina.
I save all my stamina for gold zombies.
Oh, that's so funny.
I wanted to ask you about the gold
I know
zombies.
that one.
What's up with the 200 million? You're not putting up 200 million plus the last couple of weeks. You don't need the resources anymore?
I don't need the resources anymore, but it used to be that we spawned zombies that nobody else could kill, and I would just like soak up all the zombies nobody else could kill. But the devs have let it atrophy, so now pretty much anybody can kill a 135. There are never any high-level zombies left laying around to go kill, and I have to spawn them all myself.
That's so funny. I've heard this before. So it's like, it's so tough. Everyone's gotten so much stronger around me, and now I'm just not as strong as you guys need me for. Like, I'm just like, come on, you VIP 18s, come on, cry me a river. A little bit from my end. So from your guys' end, you guys are so damn strong. So I think I know PT or Ptar's. I think I know his answer on this because I think he just answered it. And my question is, what keeps you motivated or keep grinding, like playing all the time? I mean, maybe PT it's not, but I think you just answered it just saying like, hey, give me something that I need to go chase. Like Meteorite, that contest probably motivates you. I'd probably assume. For like Stickman, I don't know. What is it for you that motivates you to keep grinding in this game and just overall just getting better?
Yeah, honestly, it's really the teamwork, man. I love it. Just on one, just to meet everybody here on the server and chat with them and talk about game. And then again, our alliance, I'm pretty sure they're all very similar in our alliances. Just the camaraderie of the game. Just talking strategical plans and planning and so forth in the game. It really kind of gets me learning. Like Abria and I always chat, and we always test back and forth with attacking each other and seeing what works out best. I just love that aspect of it. He understands it way more than I do. You can probably tell me 10 times, but I'm not going to ever understand it. I don't know why. It just doesn't click for me. So I just figured, hey, I'll just keep on growing. I'll have more power, and then I'll hopefully beat somebody.
It'll buff kind of thing. How about you for Abria? Is it a similar answer for you, or from a competition standpoint, like what keeps you motivated?
It's the battle, man. I love to hunt for bases, empty bases, like, or non-sheltered bases. I like reinforcing my teammates, and there we just go Ash alliances. That is 100% why I like to play. And like the season battles, even when it's 3-on-1, those are a lot of fun. As painful as they were, there's a lot of fun. That's why I play. It's really for the group war, I would say, the 100 on 100 type. How do we fix and play this? To me, like Capital Wars and season events, I really dig this.
I can tell just learning and listening to you guys. Abria is probably a pretty big strategist, and it seems like Stickman's kind of like, hey, just go give him a piece of meat. He'll just go hit his head against it. And then it sounds like PT's a little bit of both. Like PT can do whatever he's kind of like, where do you need me, coach? I can do any. Oh, you need me to do diplomacy and the dirty work? I can do that. Oh, you need me to go just run my head through a wall? I can do that. So it sounds like you guys are lucky to have folks that are pretty malleable in the roles. So that's pretty cool from my end, just listening to how you guys get down. What is probably, like, if you had to say, what's your biggest mistake you guys have made in this game?
Are we in therapy right now? Are we in therapy?
Take it whatever way you want to, man. I think it's funny. When you ask people, would they do it again? That I've gotten multiple answers. I think they laugh about it. Ultimately, the reason I think everyone keeps on continuing playing it is the people. So there is a trade-off of entertainment and social connections that people have made. Really hard to put a number on that. So going back to the original question, what is the biggest mistake, Stickman, that you've made on this game?
Honestly, I think it's when I first started out, I think I just focused on the wrong things, and it really didn't make me grow. I was like, I think if I would have done a little bit more knowledge, I think that's why a lot of the later servers, they kind of learned from the younger servers, or like vice versa, right? And so I think they knew where to focus. And again, I don't know this game in and out like these guys do. So I think I was focusing a lot. I did focus a lot on the drone, but I never really built my heroes up at the very beginning. I don't know why. And so I just did stupid shit, back then. And that was my biggest mistake. I probably would have been way further than PT right now if I did that.
All right. Well, I mean, that's great.
What are you already 10? It's being close to the top 10 is not good enough.
Yeah. What's the matter? What's the matter with you, Stickman?
I was really hoping to actually click my base today and hope to hit that 500 THP while we're on here, but it's just not happening.
You're close enough, man. You're 500 THP in my heart, buddy. That's all that matters. Okay. All right. PT, how about you, man? What has been your biggest mistake on the game?
I don't know. I don't think that way. Like, I don't know that. I can't think of any like really horrible mistakes that I've made. I mean, there have been dumb things that I did. Like, for the first couple seasons, Abria was Warlord for all of the missile launches when they introduced the Warlord missile, and so I didn't have to deal with it. I didn't have to learn about it. And then at some point, Abria went to another alliance, and Warlord fell to me, and I didn't have any freaking clue what I was doing. I didn't, and I just made mistake after mistake where I failed to launch the missile. Like one of them, I was just trying to be way the hell too clever. And trying to place my base in this place that was going to be really hard to get to. And then like 2 seconds before my missile launched, somebody else's missile from our faction hit near me and ported me. But like 3 matches in a row, my missile didn't launch for some stupid ass thing that I did. So I just not not learning the mechanics of the game in order to be proficient at it, on things that ignoring things I didn't have to deal with, was probably a mistake. When it fell to me to have to do them, I screwed it up pretty bad.
No, I mean you're human. I think everyone's had a stupid moment or two, or even 20. So I mean, thanks for letting us know that. I'm just gonna make fun of you didn't launch your missile correctly. I've never seen that before. No, I'm joking. Absolutely not. I mean, I would actually call out my own VIP 18 live here. I hope he doesn't kick me from the server when he watches from the Alliance when he sees this. But he did the same thing, and he tried to. His whole thing was he was just trying to port too fast, and that messed him up. And the big thing on his side, he beat himself up about it. He's just like, oh man, this really cost us, and we had to like pull him up. We were just like, dude, you're human. People are going to make mistakes. So it's fine. It happens to everybody. It's not a big thing. But how about you, Abria? You don't make any mistakes. I'm assuming you never have.
No, mine are more emotional mistakes during season events. That's probably my downfall in the game. That I probably wish I had a little more discretion. But I get pretty worked up about a couple things and probably hit the nucler button a little too fast.
Yeah, you get excited.
The other two to my right. Yeah, that affected the other two to my right, especially season 4, probably. But that would be something I probably would like to redo. And then I would say overall, probably the development of our server, like teaching people how to use the hospital, teaching people how to still be effective with 100 troops or other things of that nature. I mean, like, I don't know, starting out I used to get burnt for the longest time. I mean, I would go to 80 servers and 91 servers all the way up until early season 1, and I mean, I can tell you I got zeroed a lot, killed a lot of troops, wasted a lot of resources, but kind of learned the game in that regard. So I would say my regret, or one thing that I don't think helped the server enough is early on is helping share some knowledge with that, right? That's probably a regret of not a regret, or things that I wish I had done a little different in the game.
Now you're a baptism by fire type of player. It sounds like a little bit. You need to get burned a little bit for you to kind of learn how to go forward. So I respect that. I love that.
There used to be a cool thing. Like, I don't know if this existed in the older servers, but under 100, it was really cool to have. So when somebody had T10s, you could have T9 troops and still burn them. So for a lot of us, we would just grow everything else but T10 and still burn people with T9 and just laugh at them.
Kind of like a brag, right?
Yeah. Like, we used to, we didn't know it was important to go push really hard for the T10s. We were still beating players that had them. So like, why are you wasting the resources and doing that? Like, that's it was interesting. So those are things that you just wish you had you wish you could have done over a little bit.
That's actually hilarious. It's kind of like an own, right? You're like, oh, I just hit you at T4s. Oh, you guys are so weak. That's so terrible. That's so terrible, but it's actually funny. I like that. If you guys could recruit any player to 96, who would it be? And why? And I know you guys have thought about some of this, had to have. Everyone kind of has a little wish list. And I think we all agree, doesn't matter if you're in server 3 or server 1800, transfers are a little weird. They're just, no one can really agree on it. First and foremost, I'm thankful we have transfers. But I think the other thing is it's really weird from that standpoint. I'm like, who gets what and how they get there. From the developer standpoint, obviously they really won't tell us that. But from your standpoint, if you could get one player, who would it be? And why? And I'll start with Abria because I started with you last. So I'll start with you first.
For like a gold seed or a VIP.
Anybody, yeah. It can be anybody.
Yeah, I'd take Hulk. That dude can battle from server 71.
All right.
I mean, that would be like if all 4 of us were in a server. Good luck. I mean, he's very challenging to deal with, and a lot of winters or Desert Storm events, he'll use 300,000-400,000 diamonds just blasting around. I mean, he plays a lot more like, I would say, the newer server VIP 18s, where you see the guy from 464 that does the YouTube and he burns 100,000 diamonds a Winter Storm event every session.
Is that Albitar? Is that right?
It is.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
I can't keep that many diamonds. I don't know how they do this. It's actually a misnomer. I need to understand how that's even possible.
I get it. All right.
That would be one. But yeah, Hulk would be mine for a VIP 18 seat for sure. I mean, that guy he's probably in one of our range. I mean, he throws down.
I like that. I like that answer. All right. For next, I'm going to go same question. We're going to go to PT for this. So same thing. Who would you bring over and why? So it can be anyone. It could be VIP 18. It could be someone that you just like because it's your best friend. It could be another fellow farmer. Whatever you want. It could be whatever you want, man.
Yeah, it's not something I've thought about a lot, but I have to agree with Abria. Hulk is amazing. I also like Goose and Prairie Sky a lot. They're both good guys. If I could get them, I'd take either one of them in a heartbeat.
What server are either of those folks in or around?
They're in 82.
In 82. Okay, cool. No, I just for the viewers, if they ever want to go check out those folks, that's cool. Last but not least, Stick, who would you want to bring over and why?
The same thing for me. I don't really think about that as much, but I'm probably in the same realm with Hulk as well. I've actually, probably because we just had the war, but I have been talking to King Pug a little bit, so he seemed to be a pretty cool dude, but yeah, I don't really think about that. I just I just talk to a lot of the guys, but I just never think about who would be able to come on over.
Yeah, no, I get it. I mean, it's just one of those things. Like you think about, it's probably never going to happen, obviously, right? Especially at your guys' levels. So did you guys fight Hulk just recently?
He was in our King Pug or Pug King. We just fought.
Pug King, yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Pug. Hulk, we haven't fought in a while. He was in our 3v3 last week, but we haven't had like a server war against him recently.
No, that makes sense. Okay, no, it's you guys all just followed Abria, took the coward's way out of just agreeing with him, Hulk. So
I'm telling you, Rack, that guy can battle, dude.
Okay, maybe I was hoping that one of you guys would be like, hey, there's this one guy, his name's Lobster Claws, he's VIP like 6, and he's like the nicest guy, super humble. I just want to bring him over. We can't get him over. He just doesn't want to come over. He's a white seat, he doesn't care. I was hoping for a screwball answer, but you guys gave me all like the strongest. I mean, the guy's name's Hulk, for God's sakes. He better be strong. You know what I mean? He better be awesome. So shout out.
Here's what we really need. We need a lot of like 280 to 300 million, 320 million total hero power players.
I mean,
if we could get like 2 or 4 of those for any of the servers that can transfer in, please, welcome with open arms.
Yeah,
Like that to me is the missing gap for us. We have 3 really high power players, and then our 4, 5, and 6 are good players. They know how to play the game. There's no issues there. It's just there's a big difference between a 70 million march and another 85-ish march in terms of multiple squads at that. There's a massive difference that I think that's probably where Patara, just generally as we were thinking about transfers and other things when that happens, we got that to me is like that is the missing link of this server, like being truly dominant. Like, I mean, if you get a couple of those players, it really becomes a very, very, very dominant server, because the 4 through 10 players know how to play. It's just it's a 70 million march, which isn't bad, but you have to think about how long our servers have been there. A 70 million march isn't exciting. It's great. Don't get me wrong, but there's a lot of players with 70 million marches in the 69 through 100 servers.
I agree. Our challenge as a server is the upper mid levels. I just pulled up our THP screen, and you've got the 3 of us at greater than 450 THP, and then number 4 is a little less than 250. So there's a gap from 250 to 450 with nobody in it.
Yeah.
And that is a big challenge for us. Because I mean, just like some of the other, like we're doing Cap War, the Warzone duel against server 80 this week, and they don't have any players higher than the 3 of us. They have no players that can fight the 3 of us, but they've got 4 players between us and our number 4. So that's what hurts us.
Okay. No, I mean, it makes sense. I think the big problem is, I mean, obviously we're kind of going into a little bit of a black hole when it comes to transfers, because they're not going to just allow those servers to just bully other servers in terms of transfers and just giving these players, like you said, a 280 or 3 in between 320 transfer. Also, you have to think about it this way: whether you like it or not, you have 3 players on one server that are in the 1%. You guys are all in the 1%, so congratulations, 1%ers. And I know you guys are kind of like, you guys are kind of like, I think it's like DJ Khaled said, you guys are suffering from your own success. You guys are sitting here a little bit like, oh, we just need like 3 more guys between 280 and 320. And I think everyone that's going to be listening to this be like, yeah, us too. Like, we're going to raise our hands. Can we get those guys too?
We're in a sales pitch right now, my man. I'm trying to recruit.
I hear you. You can't recruit something that can't happen. That's why I was like, hey, perfect scenario. You guys can get anyone you want, which is never going to happen. I mean, unless the developers are going to create the American Express seat where, hey, it's $50,000 and someone can come over and it can be anyone you want. Okay. Like, there you go. Like, if that's the way they're going to do it, congratulations to the developers, but I just don't see that happening.
Question for you. Are the 200 servers, are you guys seeing like in transfers? I can speak for like 96. We lose probably more players than we get that are valuable in transfers with purple seats, as an example. Like our attrition, just generally in the game of how long it is, right? Not that it's an unsuccessful server. It's not that there's not been great awards and season events, but we lose as many purples as we gain every transfer, right? So it's actually been probably like when you look at like the people that have left since season 2 and the transfer started, we've had a net negative as a result of the transfer piece, right? In terms of being able to kind of replenish what's happened. Do you guys have similar problems in 200s, or is it still fairly active around it?
Yeah, so you're talking to the guy on server 200 that does all of the immigration or transfers, so you're talking to the right guy. So that's we can start there. I can't speak for and I can tell you this. So it starts at 197 for us, our bracket, and we are the only ones that had 96 servers in that last transfer bracket. So everyone they kicked it up. Yeah, they kicked it up to 64 for you guys because I think the developers didn't they got some negative feedback from that last season of season 4, and then they opened it up to 64, and it was a little like topsy turvy of like what that looked like. So we have servers 197 through 292. Is in my transfer.
There's a lot of power.
It's 90, so it's you have 96 servers to compete, right? And it's crazy to me to hear you say right now that you guys are kind of, suffering from attrition, losing players. I guess my question is, are you losing players because they're quitting the game? Are you losing players because they're going to another server?
Very few are going to other servers. They're mostly quitting the game. I mean, you got to remember, we've been playing it since January of last year. So whatever that is, it's got to be 20 months. And life happens, and even powerful active players drop out, and sometimes they just disappear and abandon their account, don't transfer it to anybody, and we just lose a super powerful account, and it hurts.
Sure. So I haven't had that luckily on 200. We're gaining. We're definitely. So you get 73 seats, right? We're definitely net positive every time.
Yeah, we're positive in numbers coming back, but we had, like as Patar said, we had a mass exodus of people because of shoes early on, and that like the participation, like we have 4 pretty deep alliances, but after the 4, let's say alliances, it's very sporadic of gameplay.
Yeah,
so it's interesting.
I think you're right, and kind of put a bow on this conversation. I think you're right. It's 2 years into the game. Some people are kind of over it, so some people are going to quit. So I think that's totally not natural level of progression. So you're going to kind of see people that are really into this game, they're going to stay around. And I think what the developers are going to do is they're going to continue opening that gap. Don't be surprised if the gap isn't servers 3 through 420 here in the next year or 2 years of places you could transfer to. So I would not be surprised if there's going to be that many. Kind of moving forward, change of directions, kind of also ending our conversation a little bit, kind of getting you guys out of here because I know you guys have been on for a while. What does it look like for you guys in terms of server viability? Like, do you guys see yourself still getting stronger? Or because you guys actually just brought this up, more people are leaving. Are also your enemies also having folks or your rivals leaving as well? Or do you see more of an exodus as a whole? And I throw this to Stickman. Like, do you see a lot of these folks leaving too from other servers as well?
We've had a few guys leave even in SAS, but luckily, so we found that happening, and then we tend to never make it right to that 100 count on the alliance members. We always seem to be right at between 92 and 95, and what's happened there is mainly that, right? It's some guys who just said I can't do it anymore. They know
that makes sense, and I think we'll see that too in my server grouping. For you guys, kind of just ending this conversation going forward, what do people want to know about server 96? What's the good, the bad, the ugly? Is there anything out there that people need to know about server 96 or you want people to know? And I'll throw that this back to Abria. I know you said this is a recruiting call, so no, I like it. So this is your chance to shine. Server 96. I mean, on paper, I look at it, and you guys are super strong, and it's it was crazy to me that you guys even lost anything. So what's going on with server 96 going forward, and what do people need to know about you guys?
I would say it's a overall peaceful server. We've had a couple of things here or there, but it's a server where everybody can grow. You can move alliances freely. It's I would say a good group of the old servers. I would say it's probably of all the old servers, we probably get the most requests to join. But the friend component of everybody wanting to move over with friends, and we don't have a lot of flexibility with the number of purple seats, so that's been very challenging. But I would say it's a battle hardened group that likes to go fight, and you'll get the best of every other server on season events and Capital Wars. That's for sure, because there's a rally cry to to beat the three VIP 18s in the server, right? Which makes it fun. I think it's an intense, fun place to play in that regard. So
I love that answer.
I don't think there's a better server. Honestly, I don't think there's a better server. I can't speak for 3 through 68, but for 69 to 131 in terms of power and a place to be, it's tough to beat. That's my take on it.
I can totally see that. PT, for you, the question I asked to you, what advice would you give players that kind of want to get to your level, or at least just starting this game, and they kind of, they watch a video like this and they see VIP 18 players and they're like, how do I get there? Like, what advice would you give to them?
My advice would be compete in the events. Like, get out and battle for the available resources. There's lots of stuff the game gives for free, and get out there, get your hands dirty, and compete and win it.
I love that. I thought you were going to give me the answer. Just like, dude, all you have to do is become a farmer. Like, come on, it's so easy. Last question. I'm going to give it to the Stickman. How do you want to be remembered on your server in the game community? Like, overall, like, and this game's going to be done. It could be 10 years. It could be 2 years. I have no idea. But how do you want to be remembered?
Yeah, I think I said that earlier. I just want to play a respectful game. Again, it's a war game. Again, buy a shield if you don't want to go attack. But I'm just trying to play respectfully on it. I hate the guys that talk smack into a game, and I'm going to come for you if you want to do that. But yeah, it's just respect, man. I want to be able to somebody say, man, that guy, and I get it sometimes, man, you fucking zeroed me, and I appreciated it. You know what I mean? And that's respect, because I just try to communicate that up front. But I think that's about the best thing I could say on that.
No, I get it, man. You feel like you send respect. You hope respect is coming back your way. So again, I appreciate this went way too long, but it was awesome to learn, because we had 3 VIP 18s. You guys are all so different, but also very similar. So I just wanted to thank you guys and Server 96, last but not least. And hey, I really enjoyed it, and I hope you guys also enjoyed it as well.
Yeah, great. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. So, hey, I do want to add something to all this, because we do have both the guys on. First time I've ever actually heard PT's voice, so pretty cool to have a chat with you online here. But, guys, I love playing with you guys, and I really enjoy us chatting and everything else. I do really love being part of 96 and working with you guys, playing with you guys, so getting to know you guys. So I do really appreciate that with both of you.
I catch you.
No, that's cool, man. See, look at this Ragnarok over here, bringing people together. That's what I do. So love to see it. Appreciate you guys, and Abria, we are out of here.